everyone. How is everybody going? I want to start introducing myself. This is Marta from Spain. I am a digital business owner and I'm the face behind this page. And what I do is I help people to start and run a digital business in the online space. And apart from being an online business, I am also a mom of an 80-year-old boy. And I am also a teacher, a part-time teacher. I'm actually primary teacher, but I work mostly in preschool. And today I wanted to talk about a topic. I think I talked about it before, but I think that I wanted to get a little bit deeper today. It's about teamwork. It's about, because a lot of people thinks that teamwork is about working with others, or being part of a team, or just being surrounded by colleagues, and teamwork, it's a different story. It's not about being present. It's about being aligned, and so teamwork, it's more about sharing information and having support with each other, and understanding that when someone's move forwards and learns, is the whole group learns. It's like a mindset. It's a mindset of that. Knowledge is not about being competitive, but it's about a collective thing, and 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 it talks so much about how you handle things, and what it's funny about this community is that when this community started, it just fascinated me, because we have these two, our our co-founders, Mike and Darren. When they started, it was only about, I think, if I'm not wrong, it was only about 30 people, 20 people, or something like that. I'm not quite sure about the numbers, but I knew it was like very few people started, and then suddenly, slowly, they start growing and exploring how to build something in the online space. And what I'm saying is that they were not like hundreds of thousands, they didn't have a very strong community. They didn't have a very strong network, but today they are about 270,000 people worldwide. That is big numbers, so this community has really grown, and it hasn't really grown because of competition, but it's just it has really grown from sharing all this, so and that's, it's amazing, that a community has grown so much, it's interesting how, for me, the real strength in this is not about the size, it's about the culture that they develop along the way, because teamwork is not about numbers, it's about behavior, because real teamwork, it's willing to share things, it's willing to share things, share knowledge, and instead of protecting, right, knowledge becomes like I said, something more collective and rather than competitive, like in majority of the jobs, especially corporative jobs. And another part of teamwork is about accountability. And and that it's about you know, this is when you work alone, it's much easier. It's very easy to postpone things and say that, you know, I'll do it tomorrow, or I'll start next week, you know. But actually, you know, when you grow together, when you move together, you need to exchange things, you know, and if you grow together, it's much easier to sort of like show up and be consistent and to keep learning, right? And this is something that I see constantly in this community, you know. We have meetings, we have discussions, we exchange ideas, we exchange you know, experiences. We welcome we help with the newcomers, you know, and 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 that's just like something that I really like, you know, because it's about the environment that is being built in this community. And I think this is one of the biggest misconceptions about you know, being the entrepreneurship, you know, working in an online business. You know, people thinks, or they picture themselves just working alone, or working behind a desk or behind a computer, trying to figure out all by yourself. And that's not actually how it works, you know. And and that's why this this system really works, you know, because it's about how this community is being built, you know. It's about um how this collaboration has been built, you know, and it's about sharing perspectives and sharing experiences. You know, people might know things or might have solved problems that you might be facing, you know, or people might be seeing opportunities where you haven't even noticed, you know. So that's why, so I really admire about this community how how they bring things like in community, you know, and how we handle things in community. And because at the end of the day, that's what brings communities farther, and that's how this community has grown so much, and it's grown from, you know, 9 years ago was about whatever 30 people, has become 270,000 worldwide, you know. And yeah, and I just love about this, you know. And that's why I really wanted to share about this, because this is something that I'm really proud of, about this online business, you know. To feel so so protected and so supported and so you know, growing together and celebrating each other's wins and celebrating each other's growth and moving forwards, and celebrating all the success that we do all in a community, you know. um, so yeah, it's this is something that I really wanted to share with you guys. So if you ever feel like exploring internship and an online business, this is something that you need to know. It's not about doing things on your own. And I'm not saying that all online business work like this, because I know that is a lot of people that they come from another, they tried another online businesses, and they didn't success just because of that, because they didn't have that support. And this community culture, you know. And I think it's very important to have that culture, because working on your own is it's a difficult journey. And to have this community and all these people that they have really come from other online business, and they try other avenues and other businesses, they all say that this was one of the cool things in this community, you know. Okay, guys, this is one thing I wanted to share. I hope that you guys are having a wonderful Tuesday, and I see you next time for my Go Live. So until then, I hope that you're having a wonderful day. See you then. Bye, guys.